Coming in on this one, Gunjan for NJIT is on 34, Cigar is on 13, 51 without loss after 6 overs, 8.5. They're playing Penn State, and NJIT is a team that won 2 years ago, of course. And so, for those of you tuning in, please share the stream. You're watching the American College Cricket Mid Atlantic Championship. PSU, that's Penn State versus NJIT, New Jersey Institute of Technology. Not far from here. That one's hit in the air. Will it run away? Yes, it does. 4 runs. And getting some sunshine again. It's been a mostly overcast day, and that delayed our start. And on the other field, we have Maryland versus George Washington University. Sunshine now and lighter blue skies with some clouds, but no further threat of rain. Tomorrow's supposed to be a pretty good day too. This one's hit nicely over covers. That'll be 4 runs. So some of the guys are in sweaters, of course, because of the cold, because it's still cold. But of course, with the sunshine, it might be feel a little bit warmer. So the run rate right now is 10.34, pretty good. Something NJIT can be happy about. Gunjan has brought up his 50, 52 in third deliveries. Cigar 23. Nice looking shot off the back foot. That'll go through the covers. Man run picks up nicely with his left arm. And just a single. For a minute there, it looked as though it was piercing the gap. But a man in an extra cover position, deepish, came around and got with his left hand. Nice looking delivery. Stroke that into the onside. They'll get at least one here. Will they try for two? They do. And it could be close. Now it would have taken a faster throw to put him in danger. Good Gianna, 56. Approve of the bowler. 3 runs off this over. Fourth delivery. Nice shot into the covers, but again, the man should be able to come in and reach that. Tried the left arm pickup, didn't quite get it. It's the end of the over. Good over. And considering the scoring rate that was happening there, really did a lot to put a little bit of a break on the NJIT batsman. 87 after 9 overs, 9.67 is the run rate. This, because of a rain affected day, is a 14 over game. One popped up and over the keeper. So Penn State from Pittsburgh, NJIT right from here, nearby in New Jersey. We're of course playing in Pennsylvania, about 30 minutes outside of Philadelphia, as we've done for the This is the sixth year. Nicely flighted one, but he picked it up nicely. Will that? Let's see. It's a four. That's Penn State in the field, and the batting side is NJIT. New Jersey is Street of Technology. Penn State, well known in college football. Hit in the air, it's coming our way. Will the man down and he definitely misjudged that. Didn't go for the catch, and probably lost it against the cloud, white clouds, which is funny because we haven't had until now white clouds. Earlier it was all gray and dark. Now we're getting white clouds. Nice looking shot. That'll go. It clears the field. Goes straight down to the extra cover boundary for four. Lovely looking shot. So Gunjan in fine form here, who moves on to 64 off 38 deliveries, and Segar on 32. 9.5 overs, the run rate 10.27. So NJIT brings up its 100 after 10 overs, scoring at 10.20, so they're in a pretty good position. Gunjian is on 65. Segar Patel is on 32. Hit nicely there. The man in the deep. Stop it from going further. Nice looking shot there. That'll go to the boundary. Outfield still a little soft dish, so not as fast as it normally is here at the British Officers Cricket Club, but uh, Nice shot off the back foot. So Purva, the bowler, finishing the second over now. Driven nicely again. We've seen that shot a number of times. And it's six over the covers. So Segar on 34, Kevin on 11. 115 for one after 11 overs. Drops it short, and that's cracked square for four. Nice looking shot. Lean back and put it over point for four. Nice looking shot again over covers. And that'll be possibly four. Yes, four. No, six. I did clear the boundary. All right. So the NJIT batsman going great guns. Segar moves on to 44 and Kevin is on 11. So Penn State trying to hold NJIT to a score they can attack with some success. But the NJIT batsmen have been on the go. Segar now 4 to 6. Let's see. He should be able to get his fifth in terms of the number of balls left. But of course, Penn State will want to get him out before that. Because of rain today and delayed start, this game is a 14-hour over game, so there are two overs left, and JIT has 127 for one. They can certainly uh, try to go after everything in the remaining two overs. At the rate they're scoring 10.58, this would give them 21 more runs, 148, but of course, which would be a formidable total for Penn State in 14 overs. Then JIT could actually score more than that, since they, and that's a wide. That helps their score a little bit. And this one is hit high and hard. This will go way over the out of the ground, and that's a definite six on any ground. So 17 now for Kevin and four deliveries. He's doing his part to speed it up near the end of the innings. And Segar Patel's on 4-6. Loud appeal. Not interested, says the umpire. So we're bowling from the Bressy Sporting Goods end. Bressy Sporting Goods, a supporter of American College cricket broadcast. As this one is pulled around, he could have taken that catch a bit low to his left, but put it down. We've seen a few drop catches today, and I know it's difficult to catch with the cold hands. So, and that he's out. I'm not straight on, and it looked out. So, and of course that's a dot ball as well. So Naman gets a wicket in the third over. And another well struck drive over covers for six. So Kevin S on 20 moves on to 24 off seven deliveries, and A lot of excitement over the George Washington versus Maryland game. Penn State, always one of our youngest teams. A lot of 19-year-olds and stuff in the team. As this was played so beautifully over point. Lean back and cut that gloriously past point. It's been a delight to see some of the shots here played by the NJIT batsmen. And now they move on to 147 for 2 with a run rate of 11.02. This is the final over. Hit nicely. There's a man in the deep. He should restrict that. They'll go for 2. They'll go, let's see. It was a high throw. Good throw, but high. A full toss. And that's 4 more runs. So 153 for 2. There'll be 2 deliveries left. And if all these NJIT batsmen are batting, they could get it to 160. Beautiful slower ball there by Akshat. Needed at this time, even if it's a moral victory. That's good for morale there. Pitched this one of Yorker length and played so well. And that is it for the innings. So stay tuned. We'll have Penn State chasing 154 in less than 5 minutes. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back. And now we're going to have Penn State taking on the difficult task of chasing down 150 to win. And JIT had a 5-run penalty. And give me 1 second as I adjust the microphone here. Pardon me. And this is by all means a very tough task for any team. But you know that the Penn State guys are going to give it their best shot. So let's see how it goes. If Penn State, as unlikely as it might seem, if they were to win this game, this would mean we have significant most of the teams with 2 wins. Sorry, with one with a win, come down to net run rate. Nicely steered down the short third man, and PSU. That's Penn State University. Batted, they need 154 from 13.5 overs. Net run rate they need is 11.13. I want to say thanks to Ernie Precious of the British Officers Cricket Club. Every year it's a delight dealing with Ernie and getting these fields to play. And he also ensures that's a nice looking ball, even though it's wide in terms of his delivery and everything else. If he can get the line right, will be a dangerous bowler. Mulik, that's Mulik. So Akshat Oberman and with Siddharth. Penn State out of Pittsburgh. I'm sorry, Penn State out of Happy Valley. I'm thinking of Carnegie Mellon for some reason. Carnegie Mellon, a runner-up in the Midwest Championship, losing narrowly. So 5 without loss. So Penn State with a tough task, and no one gives up hope. Well, certainly these guys don't give up hope no matter how difficult the task is. So they'll be trying their best here. But you must admit that run rate that they need is pretty tough. Being helped here by the wides from Mulek. Line is his length is not bad, but his line is way off. So Penn State from Happy Valley, Pennsylvania, and JIT from New Jersey. A slow ball and a quick single there by the batsman. That's good running. As George Washington University and Maryland, the battle on the other side. The shadows lengthening. Fortunately, we've got some sunshine. So last week we had the Northeast Championship in New York. UMass Lowell won their first tournament, first regional tournament. The Derek Aaron Yoda Trophy, and this one's picked up nicely. Good shot. They'll get a couple. And the previous weekend, the Midwest Championship was won by Laurier University. Laurier from Waterloo in Ontario. Ryerson had a great comeback against Carnegie Mellon, but ultimately couldn't pull it off. Mullick, right arm, and another wide. Mullick having the same trouble that Husnain Bashir had. Husnain Bashir for Maryland, but helping the scoring rate and the score for Penn State. It now moves on to 10 without loss. Their run rate is at a high 20. This one he gets an edge off that attempted steer. He'll go down to third man, just a single. This is the American College Cricket Mid-Atlantic Championship. You can follow us, of course, on Facebook, American College Cricket, and follow us on Instagram, American College Cricket on Instagram. Nice looking shot. There's a man patrolling the boundary who run around and stop that from being more than a single. We're also on Twitter, College Cricket U, for those of you who use that a lot. Mulek, he crack, he cuts this one. You'll get a couple if they run. Nice looking throw. The required run rate is 10.92. And the new bowler will be Dan Raj. Penn State versus NJIT, New Jersey Institute of Technology. A reminder that in American college cricket, if the ball is within about 6 inches of the stump on the leg side, it is not a wide. Batsmen should play shots. This also gives the bowlers a little bit more freedom. We are not in favor of the ICC rule where everything on the leg side is a wide. That's used in ODIs and T20 cricket. Has actually altered the game and made it more like baseball. So this one's hit high in the air. That could be. We'll see what the umpire signals. It's hard to tell if it went over the boundary from where I am. And it is six. So good shot there. Picked it up nicely, did Akshat. And it's 6 runs off of Dan Raj's first delivery. And that's so apparently the ball that was picked up by the fielder out there was not the right ball. Yeah, we've lost a few balls in the trees and bushes. And so whilst we search for the ball, I'll give you a recap. It's 19 without loss right now. Penn State trying to get 150 to win. We're just in the second over. Required run rate right now is 10.74. The Akshat looking good. Is on 10 with that 6. So we started American college cricket back in 2008, the end of 2008. First tournament was March 2009. Full toss, stroked out into the offside. Then we called it the American College Cricket Spring Break Championship to tie it to a spring break event. Well, basically, I needed to convince students in various colleges to find a way to get down to Florida at that time. So convincing them that it would be great for to play cricket and have their spring break in the same location. It worked. Later on, the name we started using American College Cricket National Championship more than spring break. After that, idea took off. The New York Times did a great story on that and video. You can find a video on YouTube. A loud appeal, a determined appeal. You don't intimidate umpire Steve Kalu. And with that coverage by the New York Times, that championship proved to be much bigger than its actual size, which was just, pardon me, five newly created teams. And we played that on the side fields of the Central Broward Regional Park with a pledge to basically be playing in the stadium the following year. And we did. March 2010, we did the very first web stream of cricket in the United States or Canada, and then started regionals in 2010 as well. But later, we started the regionals in the fall. With regionals in the fall, we now had nationals in spring, regionals in the fall. 2012, we started playing home and away matches, which is where colleges within reasonable distances of each other could visit each other and play. This though meant we needed to have fields, and the initiative of club presidents came into play here. This one is off the edge, and he should get a boundary here. Yes, he does. Going for the cut, getting an edge, and it's 4 runs. The home and away matches were begun in 2012, and starting with Harvard, we started playing on campuses on whatever fields we could get. So hockey, lacrosse, whatever fields, soccer fields, and that has proven a great boost for the game. Just last Saturday, for instance, five of the six teams that were playing actually play regularly on campus and even on the lights. The only one that wasn't is Yale. Yale did get a field, but they lost that field. Basically, a lesson that when we get benefits, we have to use those benefits. And it's a lesson every one of our clubs needs to pay heed to. This one's hit in the air, but well clear of any field. They'll run away to the boundary for four. So Akshat showing us a range of shots here. That was sort of driven with an open face to the bat, so the ball went over mid, sorry, over backward point for four. Score rate is 10.5, which is within range of the required run rate of 11.21. The challenge will be to keep it going, and he's certainly looking capable of doing so as this one is hit down. And this will be close, but he gets there. So good run in here by Akshat and Siddharth Patel. Akshat moves on to 18 of 13 deliveries and looking pretty good, taking the fight on behalf of Penn State to NJIT. Pulls this one around. Will they get a couple? Yes, they will. That one goes through the gap. Man run around on the boundary. Will get to it, but they're able to get 2 runs. Tej Patel is the bowler. If I hadn't mentioned that before. And Tej is the captain of the team. 32 without loss now after 3 overs. Excellent start so far. 10.67 is the run rate. Required run rate is 11.18. Nice looking shot, put it straight to a fielder. From the sound of it, didn't get the sweet spot either. We're batting at the Bressy Sporting Goods Club end. Bressy Sporting Goods, a great place to get your cricket equipment. Full in the black hole. Nice looking shot there. So Badesi Sporting Goods is a place to get your cricket equipment or any other sporting gear for whatever sport you play. They're located in Brooklyn, so you can walk in there, but you can also buy online. Drives outside the off stump, misses. Cracks that square. The wicket will run away to the boundary. This will be close, and it does. So Akshat on 22, Siddharth on 9. Scores 38 without loss. We're in the fourth over. Shadows lengthening here in Pennsylvania. The particular area we're in is Evansburg State Park. This is the British Officers Cricket Club. They have two fields next to each other. And this one pops up into the air. It should be an easy catch, which he juggles and ultimately puts down. So a bit of juggling that doesn't pay off. Four overs, 39 runs, 116 from 10 needed. Just a reminder that this was because of rain. This was reduced to a 14 over game. You're watching the American College Cricket Mid-Atlantic Championship. Tomorrow we'll be streaming all day. It'll be this first semifinal starting at the latest by 9 o'clock, 9 a.m., followed by the second semifinal and then the finals, as we usually do. Difference this year is that we're streaming every day of each tournament. Sometimes there are hitches, in which case we might have a late start or sometimes an interruption. It's newish technology. Sometimes there are issues. Something as simple as the wind blowing very hard can affect our broadcast. Hit nicely. Will the man get under it? Nope. 6 runs. Good shot straight down the wicket. And there was a chance the man might have been able to catch it down there. Um, but he didn't. So 6 runs. And Penn State, this has got to be one of the better starts, not only for them, but probably for any other team this today in all the matches. And they need it because the task at hand is hard. 150 needed in 14 overs. That's not easy. Oh, what a glorious shot. That is a glorious shot. So what a pair of openers here. Siddhartha on 18, Akshat on 22, 47 without loss. We're in the fifth over. He slaps this one fairly gently though, and they'll get two. Didn't put a lot of power on it, but got it in the right spot to get 2 runs. They move on to 49. Required run rate is 11.36. 106 needed. A glorious shot over covers. Man in deep runs around. One of the first times we've seen these two batsmen not really um, run smoothly. They could have gotten a second one there. So 50 even, all 5 overs. I'm sure your viewers can do the math. That's a run rate of 10. So the required run rate now is 11.67. Akshat is on 22 off 16. Siddharth on 21 off 14. And both of them looking good. So this game has been reduced to a 14 over game due to rain and delayed start this morning. Also due to rain. Rain overnight and rain this morning. Seems to be clearly in. So NJIT here playing Penn State. Penn State need 105 more from 8.5 overs, a required run rate of 11.66. Ray is the bowler. A reminder, guys out there watching, run the first run fast. Always. When you run the first run fast, you can put the fielders under pressure, and we see a run out there. Ball was hit well and straight to Tej Patel out in the mid-off extra cover position. He fielded cleanly, got it to the bowler, and the two batsmen had a lot of hesitation there because they could see that ball going straight to the fielder and him feeling well. And ultimately, an unfortunate happening there for Penn State. It was a delightful partnership by these two. Not only good for their team, but great to watch. And there it is, a run out. So NJIT gets the breakthrough they were looking for. At 5.4 overs, the score is now 54.1. Still a pretty good scoring rate, 9.53. But those two were set and looking good. So to get a run out at that point, and I believe that's Siddharth that was out for 24 of 17 deliveries. Akshat has 23 of 17 deliveries. And the closeness of their score and the number of balls scored off of also gives you an indication of how well they were both batting. So now a bit of a setback because the new batsman has to get set. He swings across, seemed to edge it, but didn't go anywhere. Huh? So again, for your sporting goods, just contact Badesi Sporting Goods for cricket equipment, any equipment you need for sports. Wraps them on the pad. I'd like to thank Badesi Sporting Goods for their support of this broadcast and throughout the regional seasons. Get your cricket gear there or any equipment you need for sports. And the stream, of course, is done through Cricket Clubs, our technology partner. Cricket Clubs provide our scoring, and the graphics you see on screen is provided by the scoring app itself from Cricket Clubs. So great option. And on our broadcast on Sony in March, Cricket Clubs did some great work in providing the graphics at a high level, the kind of level that Sony requires. And of course, Sony had the IPL for 10 years. Was outbid by Star for the renewal of that, but 10 years Sony was the media partner for the IPL and then signed American College Cricket. This one hits up in the air. Well, no one gets to it. We'll no doubt see the scoring rate come down at this point. Not that it has to, but that's usually what happens when a new batsman comes to the wicket. And of course, the previous two batsmen, Akshat and Siddharth, were going pretty well. So it's a hard act to follow. Nice stop there, even though he ultimately misfielded it, but it was a good stop of a well hit ball. So Preet Jain is the new batsman. Preet is also the club president. So, and this will be an easy catch. So that's Akshat getting out, an easy catch to mid on. Ball might have straightened up on him or swung, and him trying to drive, it just popped up into the air. But great job, great start by Akshat. 24 of 21 deliveries, and together with Siddharth, that put on a total over 50 for the opening partnership. Prob, I feel confident in saying it's the best opening partnership of the tournament. And not only was it over 50, but also it was done at a tremendous rate, close to 10 runs and over. at a in an innings where they need just over 11. So really and truly, that's like an ideal start, an ideal opening partnership. Kevin, March 2014, our finals was broadcast live on ESPN, and we're pretty pleased with that accomplishment. It was the first time cricket in the United States had been broadcast on ESPN, and of course, particularly in 2014, ESPN was still just a giant in sports broadcasting, but not much doing much with cricket. We were further involved with them in terms of helping them promote the World T20 World Cup in 2011, I believe that was, or 12 or 13. It was when it was when Anil Kumble came with the trophy, and we were fortunate to be in a parade with him on Madison Avenue. That was awesome. The left-handed, believe that looks like Preet Jain on strike. If you're interested in starting a cricket club in your school, you can contact us, message our Facebook page, or even message me personally. My name is Lloyd Joda. My contact information, apart from being on Facebook, my contact information is on our website, AmericanCollegeCricket.com, and it's something we've done for most of our clubs, help them get started. He moves on the wicket, and he's stumped. So third wicket goes for Penn State, sixth for three. So suddenly the landscape looks different. A run rate now of 8.37. The required run rate consequently has climbed to 13.9. So here we go. As now, for any of you wondering about the white shirt, that's a white sweater. Penn State colors are dark blue, navy blue, and white. So their regular uniform doesn't carry a lot of white because, of course, we're playing with a white ball. However, their sweaters that they have are white. So since this is so cold here, still about 50 degrees, they're allowed to wear the sweaters, but not bowling, not while bowling. I think it doesn't affect the visibility of the bowler. The bowler is focused on seeing the wicket. Nice looking cut. Man, a third man will field it. That's just a single. New batsman is Vidulon, and Task will now go on strike. He has a great task ahead of him. Let's see if he's equal to the task. Yes, so if you want to start a club in your college, contact us. If you started a club and want to become a member of American College Cricket, contact us as well. Message the Facebook page, or you can contact me directly. My name is Lloyd Joda. You can find me on Facebook. You can find my contact information on our website as well, AmericanCollegeCricket.com. Speaking about Facebook, follow our page if you're not already doing so, American College Cricket, and follow us on Instagram, again, American College Cricket. Got great pictures and videos on both, but of course, Instagram is more of a picture and video medium. So I would say that we have an excellent Instagram account, largely because we have great action photos taken over the years, thousands of them to put on there. And you're not going to see action pictures like that in many places, if at all. Swings the bat outside the off stump. They'll take a quick single. They might as well. They need runs. Scoring rate has dropped to 7.59, and 3 wickets are down. So naturally, the scoring rate has dropped tremendously with a fall of 3 wickets, and the openers who were going great guns both gone. Siddharth and were bowling from the Badesi Sporting Goods end. He steers this one. They'll get a single. Badesi Sporting Goods can provide all your cricket gear and equipment. Contact them. And if you happen to be in the Brooklyn area of New York, you can stop in their store as well. Valiant effort there, but he couldn't quite get to it. Badesi Sporting Goods for all your cricket equipment needs. Check them out online. So 5 overs left. They need 90 from 30 deliveries. That's 18 runs and over. So just like that, after the opening pair, well, after the first wicket fell and that opening partnership was broken up, the chances of Penn State winning this started to disappear. NJIT Phelan, bowling. That's a full toss, which he drives straight along the ground and is fielded by the man in the deep. Now the outfields here at the British Officers Cricket Club are always well maintained by, particularly by Ernie Precious. He brings out his mower and keeps the grass pretty low for us. Nicely hit over mid wicket. They'll get a couple. Will it run to the boundary? The man gets to it. Yes. But there's been a significant amount of rain. Even this morning it was drizzling when the players decided it was fine to start. So we started, but started late. Some reduced games. First two were 17 overs, and this one is 14. Nicely steered. I think at this point the batsmen might be enjoying whatever batting they can because the game is clearly slipping away. It's now 19.11, the required run rate. Nicely struck. That's a beautiful drive. That'll be 4 runs. Glorious drive. The man running around from long on couldn't get to it. That went through mid wicket, just along the ground. And it was a glorious shot. So that's Vidolin. Vidolin on 7. We've seen some nice shots from some of the batsmen for Penn State. It's just that this task was such a tough one to start with. 150 off 14 overs with slightly tough conditions in the sense of, well, perhaps I shouldn't say the outfield was slow because it has started to get to its normal fast self, even if a little less than it usually is. But 115-14 is hard. But I guess should remember too, the fielders have a hard time because with cold hands, it makes it hard to hold on to that ball, hold on to catches. Watching the American College Cricket Mid-Atlantic Championship, this particular game is NJIT versus Penn State. Over on the other field, it's George Washington University versus Maryland. And tomorrow we'll be streaming all day, so make sure you check the American College Cricket Facebook page. You should even indicate that you want to receive notifications whenever we go live. So all day from 9 o'clock until 6 o'clock, we'll be streaming live 3 games tomorrow, the semis and the final. And it's supposed to be sunny tomorrow. This one is hit nicely. What a beautiful catch. That looked to be coming directly towards me to the boundary. And the man at mid-on ran across his right, more to a mid-wicket position, and took that catch. So another wicket goes for PSU, Penn State. The bowler is Petit, getting his first wicket in the second over. And the run rate now needed is 22. This NJIT team has a lot of talented players, but other than winning the Mid-Atlantic, not last year, the year before, 2016, they've, they haven't been able to get over the hump at nationals, for example. But the truth is, we have many teams like that. As I look over to my left and see a line of a cloud with a dark side and a light side, clearly every cloud has a silver lining. And they were actually they seem to promise so much, but so many of our teams have to get over a hump before they get to that ultimate championship. Ryerson joined American College Cricket in 2011, played in regional, won that regional in the Northeast, but took until 2017 March to win a national championship. As this one eludes the keeper and will be buys. This year's champion Rutgers. They won the first Northeast Regional in 2010. Then faced a number of years where Ryerson started taking that title. So Rutgers couldn't win that title and just didn't manage to get over the umpire at nationals until 2018, winning it 2018. Takes a good catch there. And yes, hurt his hand, his fingers, because catching a cricket ball when your hands are cold is pretty difficult. I'm not sure why Tash was waiting, but perhaps he was waiting for the umpire to put up his finger, just in case there was the replay showed a no ball or something. I must say though that the Penn State batting really have nothing to be ashamed of in this innings here. They certainly got a great start, but the pressure that you face when you face such a large total is tremendous. So after losing that, those two set batsmen, it's a tremendous pressure for the other batsmen now to try to get in and get the scoring rate or keep the scoring rate up. This is gloriously driven. It'll go straight to a fielder, but it just looks so good. Outside the off stump. You're watching the American College Cricket Mid-Atlantic Championship at the British Officers Cricket Club in Pennsylvania, and the two teams battling on this field are New Jersey Institute of Technology (NJIT). They're the Highlanders and Penn State, or as they say, we are Penn State. Loud appeal for LBW. Seems like a toe crusher. Pratit Boland, right arm, pitches that one up. We'll wait to see if there's a signal. Yes, and that's wides. They'll get an overthrow here. I want to congratulate Saurabh Netravalkar, who played for Cornell University and also played for the American College Cricket USA team, the All-Star team, then captain of All-Star team, and he's bowled. Saurabh represented us really well, and it was no surprise that he was named the captain of the USA team, not only for a T20 game in North Carolina in a World Cup qualifier tournament, but also for the Cricket West Indies Super 50 tournament going on in the West Indies. He did have to go back to his job, so he's left the tournament, but effectively he's been appointed captain of the United States and is So this is coming down to a victory here for NJIT. Anyone looking at the required run rate at the beginning would be understandable if they thought that's what would have happened. But the open partnership for Penn State certainly gave Penn State a great start and great hope that they could actually get the total. And for a while it looked like that. But after the first wicket fell, that's about 25 runs or so ago, um, it was all downhill from there. 6 wickets have since fallen because the other batsmen are not only new to the wicket, but have the pressure of trying to keep the scoring rate going at a high rate. The required run rate right now is 37 runs. And that's another no ball. So the bowler doing his part to help. So the bowler has been taken off. He's bowled two very high full tosses, so rightly taken off, and someone else will come out and pull out his overs. So that's 12 overs, two left, and just 73 runs needed. Would need a lot of no balls and sixes to make this happen. Cut nicely. So it's been, as usual, an interesting day of cricket for American college cricket, seeing what teams will do to play these tournaments, to play in American college cricket, to meet my club presidents in particular, but club executives in general and teams. For me, it's a pleasure in as much as they're also the side of having to be an administrator, manager of the teams and the tournaments. Sometimes it means imposing rules and even penalties. But at the end of the day, these clubs, especially the club president and club executives, put in a lot of effort for the game, for American college cricket, and so it makes it worthwhile to see them get their reward of playing competitive cricket for their schools. And when all is said and done, cricket has not really done, and he's out, done much in the United States in the past 100 years or more. And American college cricket has been a strong, has really shown a strong effort in actually making a place for the game here. It's, in a sense, it's the only thing American about the game at this point where we have these colleges playing. Um, and we, of course, have made a concerted effort from the beginning to do things like broadcast. Oh, and he's bowled. So the wickets tumble in the air even in the final over as the impossible task of getting 100 and of getting 70 runs from three deliveries proves a burden for the Penn State batsmen that really. So the game is finishing on the other side, and these Penn State players seem to have an issue with equipment. So whether they're short of pads, we'll have to find out later, um, and see how we can make that better in the future. Part of the part of what we do is help make these guys operate at a higher level than perhaps they think of in terms of their own cricket. Have expectations for their execution of the things they need to do. And here we go. This should be the last ball. And it ended up, even though for a while Penn State had a chance, ended up being an easy victory for NJIT. So tomorrow, tune in back to the American College Cricket Facebook page. Check it out for the semis and finals starting at 9 o'clock in the morning. Thank you for staying with us and watching today.